Hey everyone, Eric here from Netflix. Got another video for you guys today. We got a USB mail-in from one of you guys out there. It's a 128 gig 3.0 USB, and it's in here for data recovery. Customer believed that there was some physical damage to that, and they watched one of the videos from before and they sent it in, and that was the reason why it's here. So let's take a look. It already has the back cover off, so it's exposed, which isn't a good thing because it's easy to knock components or to make things worse. So let's go ahead and just remove the casing from it, and let's try to see if we plug it in. So let's go ahead and just remove it. And see, looks to be intact. There's also a controller here, and then there's the NAND. So it looks okay. There is a little light here, so let's see what happens when we plug it in. So I have my little connection here, see if they get any light, anything whatsoever. And I plug it in, and we don't see anything. It looks completely dead. So it looks like some type of power issue, right? Maybe something with the PCB. So it looks like that this USB is completely dead. So we need to go ahead over to our microscope and let's check to see what's going on. And we're going to be looking for something, so let's go ahead and do that. So what we want to do is we're going to just assess it real quick. We're going to take a look to see if we notice anything obvious. And you can see the backside doesn't look like that there really is a whole lot going on there. So we can see this is most likely how it's supposed to look, because this is a BGA. A BGA is a ball grid array. So the connection, like if we flip it on the other side, this is the NAND, and there could be a dual side NAND, and that's how this NAND connects. Because you can see underneath, you can see a little connection there, just barely. So there could be an additional, maybe if you got like a 256 gig model, maybe just have another one over here. We're gonna go ahead and check the connections since you don't notice anything obvious. The connections all here look to be good. And a lot of times when you have any broken USBs or you have damage to the USBs or a problem with the USB, you could have problem with the legs here, or the pads, or the traces, because if anything gets bent or damaged, the connection that goes from the USB to the PCB here is where all the power and data lines are. That could be an impact, but there doesn't seem to be any problem coming from that. So it looks okay, looks healthy. And if we flip it over again, we don't really see anything crazy obvious. We could try thermal cam. Now thermal cam is great because when we do a visual inspection, if we don't see anything obvious, we can have a good starting point of where a short may be. And let's go ahead and plug it in, see what happens. We plug it in. We should see something come up, right? Something, or is it completely dead? This controller I don't believe is encrypted, so we should be able to do chip off data recovery because there's no obvious damage, and it's completely dead, so there's no light coming on. So there's no obvious short that we can see with a thermal cam. Normally the controller replacement doesn't do enough, so we need to go ahead and remove the NAND to work with it directly and recreate what the controller does in a process called a chip off data recovery. We need to clean all this connection because all the little solder balls need to be flat and they need to be even perfectly. We add a little bit more flux even though there's a lot already, but just gonna make it easier, and we need to suck it off completely. So we have our chip in our adapter. It's a BGA 152, which is good because we have that, doesn't require any soldering. Now let's go ahead and plug it with our data recovery tools and then work with it from there. So our 128 gigabyte chip is recognized. We can see it here, and we need to read the physical dump. It's divided into 4 areas of 32 gigabytes each. So we need to read it, and then we're going to be doing error checking on it, as well as rereading sectors, which sends voltage to it again to make sure that we have a good image. After that, we're going to recreate more of what the controller does, put in a lot of work for it, and then we get a good image, and we're able to recover the data for the customer. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video on doing a chip-off data recovery on a USB. If you guys are interested in doing a data recovery with us, we're located right outside Washington, D.C. in Northern Virginia, in Alexandria. We have mail-in services for data recoveries. If you guys are interested in that, go ahead and check out the links in the description down below for how you can send in your USB drive, hard drive, SSD. We can help you guys out. Hope you guys enjoyed watching. Thanks a lot, guys. Take care. Bye.